Hello friends, welcome back. Guys, in this video I will talk about the VAR keyword in Java. It was introduced in Java 10. So basically Java 10 and the higher versions of Java supports VAR keyword. So we'll talk about what exactly VAR keyword, where exactly we can use VAR, and what are the limitations of using VAR. Alright, so we'll cover everything in this video. So that being said, let's begin the video. Alright guys, very first thing that in Java, every variable has a data type. For example, integer, float, double. And why do we use the type? Because the type specifies the type of values that variable can store. If I declare any variable, say integer x, so I know that x can hold integer values. So guys, in Java 10 they have introduced a new way to declare a variable by using the var keyword. VAR is the keyword that we can use to declare a variable. For example, if you see here var, then YouTube, so this is my variable name, equals to, this is the value, so this variable called YouTube is going to hold okay Java. Right? Syntax is very simple. So instead of using integer, float, double or string, we can also use var to declare a variable type. Alright guys. Now the next thing is that how does compiler will come to know about the type of this particular variable? Java automatically infers the type of a variable using the initial value assigned to a variable. So basically based on the value, compiler will come to know about the type of the variable. So what you have to know is that depending on the value, by using the context, Java compiler will come to know about the type of the variable. So guys, important thing, due to this automatic inference of the type of variable, it is necessary to always assign an initial value to the variable. You got it? Alright, so let me start the IDE. Let me give you an example. Okay guys, so for this demo I'm using Java 17. I already have a project called writeout. I'm going to create a class and I'll simply call it, say, VAR demo. You can give it a better name. Alright guys, let's talk about the syntax. So like integer a equals to 10. For example, if I would declare any string type value, string s equals to, I can just give it a value. Okay, Java. In the exact same fashion, we can use var keyword to declare a variable. Okay, so for example, variable, let's call it name equals to okay Java. Let me print this value. Let's see the behavior. Sys out name, right click, run as Java application, and I see the value okay Java, right? So basically the way we use integer, float, double or string, right? Exactly same fashion we can use var keyword to declare a data type in Java version 10 or higher. Simple. Now guys, in case if I were to declare integer, float, double or string, how can we do that? By using var keyword. So I will use var I equals to, say, 24. Okay, float var, say, f equals to 10. I'll call it 24.11. Okay, and say if I have to declare a string, I have already shown we already have a string variable s equals to, I cannot use s because I already have s here, so I'll just take it s1 or str equals to, let me just write it, Trishan is my string type value, correct? And just in case of character, I can use variable c equals to a, let me just call it cha. Basically this is a character type variable. And in case of boolean, say flag equals to, I'll specify true. Let me just sys out all the values. Sys out I have string, character, boolean, everything. I have here a string, character and flag. Let me run. So I see all the values, right? So we have got 24, float is having 24.11, the string value is Trishan, character value is a, and boolean is holding true, right? So basically guys, the way we use integer, float, double, exactly in the same fashion we can use var keyword to declare the data types in Java 10 or higher versions. Okay, one very important point to remember. Let's talk about the declaration and initialization part. Okay, so for example, if I declare any integer variable, integer as, I can declare, and how can I initialize? Age equals to 25. This works perfectly fine in Java, right? Let's talk about if I use var keyword, var, and say year, and then can I use year equals to, okay, I see an error here. What it says, cannot use var on variable without initializer. Okay, what does it mean? It means that you cannot use var keyword just to declare a variable. No, it is not allowed. So what you have to do is you have to declare and initialize the variable at the same time, then only it will work. I hope this is clear. Next important point is, can we initialize var variable with null value? Okay, so for example, I have a string called abc equals to null. I don't see any error. Can we do same with var? Say for example, var city equals to null. I see an error. Let's see what it says. It says that cannot infer type of local variable initialized to null. Okay, so basically we cannot use null to initialize a var variable, right? So basically can't use null to initialize a var. Okay, alright guys, I have put all the important points here. So we have seen that we can declare any array type with the var keyword, any type of the value, string, integer, float, double, character, bool and all. Var can be used in local variable declaration. Okay, if you see here, all the variables here are declared inside the main, right? So these all are local variables only, but just in case if you have a function, right? So for example, what I will do, I'll just create a dummy function, say void dummy function. I'm not passing any arguments, no return type value, but I want to have some local variables. Say for example, name equals to okay Java, then I have variable say year equals to 2023 and I can have status equals to true. So point is var can be used to declare local variables. I can print all the variables here. The status, just call this dummy function, dummy function. Okay, so I have to make it static. Okay, so now if I go and run this program, I'll just see everything, right? Okay Java 2023 and year. Point is we can use var to declare local variables. Then how about instance variables? Can we use var to declare instance or class variables or say global variables? Can we do that? Global variables. I want to have a new variable, let's call it VAR and I'll call it u. I'm just giving it a name, channel equals to, so because this variable YouTube channel is outside of the main, inside of the class, so this is the instance variable or the class variable. But I see a red underline. Let's see what it says. It says that var is not allowed here. Var is not allowed here. So this is wrong. We cannot use var to declare instance variables. Okay, let's talk about the next point. Next is that var cannot be used without explicit initialization. I think we have seen this one, right? We have already considered an example that here, right? Var, we cannot use var without the initialization, so we have to initialize the variable. All right, next point is var cannot be used in an instance or global variable declaration. We have seen this one. Cannot be used as a generic type. Okay, let's have a look here. Var as generic type value. Okay, so say for example, I want to have an array list. How do we create a list? This list equals to, I can have a new array list and then I can pass a string type value. This is all good, right? There is nothing new. Import java util, and for array list also we'll just go and import util dot. Okay, there is nothing wrong, right? We can have, okay, so now I can add something. List dot add, maybe I'll just put okay java. This is all good, very simple way. I'll just do this out as well. List, let me run our program and let's see the results. There is nothing new. Now guys, can we use var to declare the type of the value? Because I know that this array list is of type string. Can we use var here? It says that var is not allowed here. Okay, so the point is we cannot use var keyword to declare a variable to specify a generic type value. So this is not allowed. So I'll just revert. Next scenario, can I use, like, let me just use var, okay, and say of type var equals to new array list of type, I'm not going to mention anything, list 1. So is it a valid scenario? Like what exactly I'm doing here is I have used var to specify the generic value, but I didn't mention the type as well. So again, can I just go and add some elements to the list? List1 dot add say then hello, and list1 dot add say bye. Okay, so we didn't mention the type of the value as well, that we're going to specify integer or a string, right? One second, I have to switch out. I'll just mention list1 equals to list1. All right, and here I'll just mention equals to list. Okay, let me run again. So here I can see list1 is holding two values. So basically the point is if you use var to declare the generic type and the type as well, it is going to work. But if you just use var to declare the generic type, it won't work. Next example, can we simply use, like, I'll take the same example here. List, I'm just going to copy paste here and I'll give it a name as list2. Here instead of list, I'm going to use var, but here we have already specified the type of the variable, that it is going to be of type string. I mean, this list2 is going to hold a value of type string. So let me just go and add list2, and if I do sys out here equals to list2, and let me run this one. Okay, even this is a fine, right? So basically you have to understand the syntax. So if I use var here, it works fine. If I use var in both of the places, it works fine. I cannot use var to specify the generic type. That is the point which you have to keep in mind. Okay, next is that var cannot be used with Lambda expression. Okay, so yeah, let's go and talk about Lambda first. Okay, var with Lambda expression. So what exactly I need? First of all, I'll go and create a new interface, right? Interface, and let's call it my interface, interface, and I'm going to a function here, one function. Let me just call it integer add, and I'll just pass two variable. a and integer. Very simple function, right? Very simple interface having one abstract functions, right? Because this interface has got only one function, we can call it as functional interface as well. Okay, that's cool. Now, just in case, right, without using var, how can I provide the implementation of this add function? So what I will do, I will use here my interface and I call it mi equals to, I have to provide the implementation, right? So the lambda expression, you have to pass the variables a comma b and the implementation. I just want to add these two numbers. What it says, I think I have already used a somewhere here. So I'll just comment out this part and come back here. Right. So this is the my interface mi is the reference variable and here is my lambda expression. I pass two arguments a comma b and I'm just adding those numbers. That's what I'm doing here, right? So this interface provides a reference to the lambda expression. Now if I have to call the function, right, what I can do is mi dot add is the function and I can pass two numbers like 5 comma 5. Okay, let's see the result. I can say 10 here. Now the point is, can we use var instead of my interface? Can we use var here? What it says, lambda expression needs an explicit target type. Okay, so basically we cannot use var with the lambda expression. Clear? I'll just revert it, or maybe I'll just comment out this part and I will my interface. I hope this is clear. Last point is, var cannot be used for method parameters and return type. Okay, let's go back to the as method parameters and return type. Let's see how it behaves. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll first create a function, say for example void without any return type, and say hello. I want to pass an argument type of value, a string, say name, and I'll just do sysout here, sysout hello, and then plus name. Let me just go and call. How can I call? I have to go and create the object, right? Because this is not the static. So var demo equals to new var demo, and now I can use this object demo dot say hello. I'll pass some value here, so I'll just pass. We run this one. Okay, this works perfectly fine. But the point is, can we use var here to pass var type variable as a method parameter, right? Now what do you see? It says var is not allowed here. Var is not allowed here. So basically we cannot use var to declare a variable and pass that variable as a function parameter. Okay, next is as a return type. So I'll just comment out this part for now. Can we use var to return some value? Okay, var as function return type. Okay, so what I will do, let's go back here and then let's go and create another function, but this time, so okay, a string, say by, again I'll do same thing, we'll pass a variable here and return say by and then plus the value. Okay, there is nothing wrong. I can call say by here by using demo dot say by, and I'll pass the value here, say Trishan. Okay, let me run. Okay, 1 second, there's a problem here, so I'll just comment out this part. Okay, 1 second, where is say by? Okay, so I have to put this entire thing in sysout so that I can see some results on screen. Let me run again. Okay, I see by Trishan, which is perfectly fine. What we want to test is, can we use var as a return type? Can we use var here to return a var type variable? What it says, var is not allowed here, right? So var is not allowed here. Point is, we cannot use var as a return type. We cannot use var to pass as a parameter to a function. Okay, comment out this part for now. Okay, alright guys, we are done with this. Thank you for watching.